Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Madden 2002. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go, that's the game we're playing. This week, we take on the Arizona Cardinals. Last week was a disappointing failure of a game against, I don't even remember who. Was it Dallas? It was Dallas, that's right. That game sucked. That game really sucked. Probably the worst game that I have played in this series. A series of failures on my part and every part. Oh, and it's a rainy day here in Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. Very rare. So we are pretty much better than them, if that infographic is to be believed, which is good. But you know, never underestimate this team. I did make one very key signing. If you go to not kick, return. There we go. Kicker. We now have Morton Anderson. He's an overall 72. He's like 40 years old, which isn't great, but it's better than what our kicker, who missed I think 3 field goals last week, did. He's a little more accurate. He's got about the same amount of range. So, of course, this is going to go out of bounds. Is that a flag? Yeah, it is. What is with my... I'm just... and part of that is, to be fair, most of that is me not understanding how to get a good kick in. I guess I'm too lenient on the button press or something, or there's a delay or what, I don't know. I am playing this composite cable on an HD TV through a capture card, but there doesn't seem like there's any other delay through the capture card, so it seems pretty minimal, if at all. And I've never had a problem with the calibration on an HD from a composite before. I've had it on in component and stuff like that, but it was bad. Oh, damn it. It was really bad. The early days of the Xbox 360 was when calibration was just terrible. Here's another thing I might try. I might just not switch defenders when the ball is in the air, because that seems to fail me almost all the time. So how about I just stick with that. That's Thomas Jones. You may remember him as player with the 2010 Kansas City Chiefs, the Miracle Chiefs, who won a staggering 10 games in an era of the AFC West where I think between 2008 and 2011, before Peyton Manning got to the Broncos, no team in the AFC West made the playoffs other than the Chiefs with more than 9 wins. It was basically 2008, it was, I think Denver was 8-6, and San Diego was 6-8 week 14, and Denver drops 2 games. San Diego wins 2 games, and it is it was 2009, sorry. And that may have been 08, I don't know. No, 2008, I remember being the year where the Jets totally collapsed, but that was a different time. See what I was saying? That should have been, granted that didn't go anywhere, but that could have very easily been, because it could have very easily been a touchdown for them if I had not had other players there. So our offense is moving down the field, unfortunately. I keep running into blockers. I get decent position, I just don't have enough control over my own players. Maybe if I go with the 4-3, that'll slow things down a little bit. This seems like a run-first team with Thomas Jones. However, oh wow, damn. They've just been getting airtight seals on the blocks there. So, let's go ahead and put 6 in the box. 4 on the... a couple on the outside too. So, most of the runs seem to be coming from the outside. That's my strategy here. Nope, he's going to get a positive gain here too, because this apparently is just the worst team in the history of football. What is a good defense for stopping the damn run? Does it exist? I'm going to go ahead and say it doesn't. At least in this game. This is not going to be a high scoring game. Oh, come on, man. You're not going to get picked up by the goddamn slot receiver there. Sorry, well, that was way too vitriolic for what actually happened there. So I'm just going to go with the man. You can't get, like, gashed this much on the ground without even, like... We don't have, like, a 4-6 or anything like that, so, yeah. We should change the playbook up or something. I don't know. Hey, we stopped the guy before the line of scrimmage. It was a miracle in Los Angeles. So here they are at the 6-yard line, 3rd and 4. If I were less optimistic, I would say this is pretty much a guaranteed touchdown. But no, if they were to pass, I would call that a guaranteed touchdown. Because that's just the way the Madden 2002 sometimes is. So we may limit them to a field goal, provided they don't go for the fake here. It's Bill Gramatica, their kicker, famous for injuring himself, celebrating a pretty routine field goal that one time. So 22 yards, all right. Pretty good. Happy with that. Of course, that's closer than an extra point will be next season. Fun fact. I don't know how much that's going to change that, because I mean I've seen NFL kickers miss pretty easy kicks before. I've seen college kickers miss very easy kicks before. However, the NFL, was that drive 4 minutes and 30 seconds? They almost like didn't. Wow, they almost went the entire first quarter with the ball. Camella there, just being great on the block there. Dayne, if you haven't noticed, is the starter. I would like to point out I didn't do that. That was the game, you know, noticing that Tiki has been going down in his overall rating, and I guess starting Dayne. So, you know, the hashtag free Dayne that it was the joke early on in the season apparently worked. Of course, how well that's actually going to work for the team is debatable, judging by that one. So we're only down by 3. With the ball, 3rd down. You never know how it's going to go. This play could be a big game. This play could be an absolute failure. Who knows? This play generally is more towards the latter. And, okay, whatever. You got to step on him, but you can't just get him to it. You know, whatever. That's just... It's always, because I mean the 3rd and out is just the most disappointing thing, because you want to do better on defense, but or on offense, especially after like the entire first quarter was taken up with the Cardinals with the ball. So now they get good field position, so we're in a very bad position ourselves with our inability to stop the run. So we're going to try a little-known strategy, oft used, called just blitz everybody. See if that'll work. And then when that doesn't, and they gash us for... You'd think rushing 6 would be enough to stop the most obvious run play, but it's not. Sean Williams appears to have injured his arm on the play. So, can I rush 8? At this point? Because I will. Can I rush 7? I know it seems excessive, but that might, you know, if 6 won't work, then... This is very frustrating how a pretty mediocre team is destroying us on the run. I think we have 1 rushing yard. Granted, we've had 1 drive because this is a very short game. 5-minute quarters. 3rd and 1. I'm not rushing anybody here. I don't think they're going to pass. Because why would they? And, what do you know? Everybody's blind. That's going to be like a... I don't think that's a touchdown. Yeah, that's a touchdown. No, it's not. Okay, got him at the 5. Ugh. God, I'm just gonna go goal line from the goddamn 50-yard line. Well, okay. Sean Williams, contributor, of course. That's everybody on this defense has been a contributor, technically. They have played a snap. Good.
He saw the rush coming and he tried to force it in there. Obviously, it didn't work. Second and goal. Man in motion. Jones gets the toss.
Hey, we finally stopped Thomas Jones behind the line of scrimmage. It's like a miracle. I think I've already said that before. So here we are in another possible position where, okay, we want to go zone here. Inside, because it is in all likelihood going to be a slant to the middle. Or just a handoff. If it's a handoff, that's going to be the most disappointing thing. Hey, there we go. We finally knocked a pass down. And so, 4th and goal again for the Arizona Cardinals. What can I say? Sometimes you get lucky. You get like one guy always kind of diving towards the field goal kicker. Or towards the, not the kicker, the holder. Okay, so here we are, second quarter. 3 minutes, still only down by 6. Our goal for this quarter is, get at least a first down. I mean, well, our goal for here is score a touchdown. Move the ball down the field somehow. If we can't, then we're going to have to revise some things. Let's see, we're in the ace, which leaves me with how many? We got 3 receivers. No fullback, but... Oh, good. Broken play. That's exactly what we needed. So I guess we're just going to run. I mean, that's all that I can think to do now. Or, I mean, run as in, like, run the offense. Okay, Jervis is going to drop that. Oh, hey, he caught it. Wow. Amazing. You underestimate somebody enough. You truly appreciate when they succeed. Nope, wow, okay. So offensive line not doing any favors for us, I guess, today. Trust nobody, trust only your fists. That's a good way to live your life. Oh, God. Oh, he was open. Wow. Just kind of threw it wherever it would go. Yeah, that's a 2-minute warning, and hey, if you don't know it, we are on the other side of the field. 37 yards already. So our offensive line has been nothing short of terrible so far today. And hey, they aren't just doing exactly the same thing they were just doing. Dayne has not been showing anything, I guess, so that's bad. However, I mean, if you could get a damn block, that would be the first step. Oh, no. See, sometimes you just don't see guys. What if we just would no-huddle it from a missed pass? That's really the best thing we could do here. It'll probably be Hilliard that I want to actually hit. Or will it be? Or I'll just get sacked because everybody on our offensive line is going to get a cut at the end of the season. And here we are having to kick a field goal. Again. Or not again. Oh, there's no way we make this. Maybe we should just go for it. I mean, I could call a timeout and go for it. Well, if we make it, it'll be good. I think I was a little premature on the... Yeah, wow, no, our kicking game has not improved at all. To be fair, it's raining, so that was a bad decision. I'm just gonna go goal line.
We're just about down to 1 minute.
So that's the only way we've been able to stop the run. This is unorthodox and probably very stupid. But it has stopped the run. And they're passing. So, as I was saying, unorthodox and... Oh, God. Come on. In a game where it is... There is no way to definitely... That's my fault. I shouldn't have gone with the stupid fucking goal line. defense there. So now here we are down 13-0 because yeah, really disappointed in myself. We were just getting our asses handed to us so thoroughly by the Arizona Cardinals. This is a game that could very easily get out of hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come out and just chuck it, I guess. I mean, Mike Vick is the only player worth his salt apparently on this team. Oh, good. No, just that's always fun when it doesn't go out of the back of the end zone. You're just like, well, you know what I want, man. Come on. We're going to go halfback deep and just try to get anything to happen. Just will this game to make something work for us. Oh, you piece of shit. I hate this game. The amount of dropped passes today has been just exquisite. I mean, this has been amazing and very... God, I'm just going to run, I guess. Beat him to the outside, then... Okay, whatever. This is going to have to be a game won on Michael Vick's shoulders. The birth of a legend here in Arizona. I think this is week 10. This will be knocked down, or dropped. Wow, hey. Nobody on this team can apparently catch a goddamn ball, and everybody else, like the two guys who can, are constantly covered, so, you know. The game said that we were, like, on paper better than them at these positions, at wide receiver, at, you know, at corner, at all of these things. And then when it actually comes into play, we are nowhere near as good as them. We just can't hold on to the damn ball, apparently. That was terrible, and I'm sorry. That was my fault. I will at least take credit for when I do something incredibly stupid like that. Because, okay, so this play, I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. I get sacked. Maybe I should stop running this play. No? Okay, it'll just get knocked down. Ugh. No, it's 4th and 10, but I can't kick a field goal, I can't punt, there's nothing to do, you know. I'm just going to throw an incomplete pass and be over with it, you know. 2 for 8, here we are today. 2 for fucking 8. Granted, I haven't run the ball all game, but you know I can't, so my choices are Tiki Barber and Ron Dayne, and this offensive line, which is objectively the worst offensive line that I've... The worst game by this offensive line yet this year. And to be fair, Mike Vick is running the ball, so he's playing well. So there's one guy on this team who's doing well. It's him. Toomer, hey, wow, I got it to him, and he made the catch. Very nice. That was good. So let's see how I can blow this before I get into the end zone. So he's 3 for 9 now, 55 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. As you go. I guess I don't know why I went with what the game picked. Well, this is why I went with what the game picked. And call timeout. I don't know if that was inbounds or out of bounds. Do I? No, I don't want to go with the points. This is risky, but I don't want to enter halftime down by however many points that will be. I don't want to have to do math right now. Sorry, 10? I don't want to enter halftime down by 10. See? There we go. Okay, so it worked out. The quarterback sneak. The rookie putting the team on his back. And theoretically, I don't know if the clock actually ticks down during extra points, so this will be a neat little experiment. Hey, that was right down the middle. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of myself for that. That was a 58-second, 80-yard drive by the LA Life by basically just Michael Vick and Amani Toomer. Because everybody else let the rest of the team down on that drive. And whatever his name is, Jawed. I don't know his name. Holmes, our kicker. We'll get that. So hey, we end the first half off with a touchdown. We get the ball back. That is a key. And so let's make something actually happen on this drive. That is the key. The key to the last drive was get a first down. Or no, that wasn't. That was the key to the drive before last. The key to the last drive was just like, I'm gonna go ahead and just run this into the back. There we go. That is what has to happen there sometimes. Let's do the halfback direct snap to Mr. Dayne. They are back. Safeties are back, expecting pass, which isn't going to matter when the defensive lineman gets to me. But hey, what do you know? That was... It kind of clipped the guy on the far right, the guard on the right. So that was... Oops. Oh, hey, yeah, I'm supposed to stop the video. You're going to get an extra long video today, ladies and gentlemen. I forget that I typically stop the video. There we go. Boom! Sometimes that works. 76 yards. This game doesn't keep records, so every pass over 50 yards becomes a new record. Hold on one moment. I'm going to turn my malfunctioning fan off as we score a touchdown and we tie the game up. What happens there is you see the mismatch before the play, you call the hot read, you got Ike Hilliard one-on-one with a secondary corner. Our fast guy is our second receiver. That's a good thing. Because a lot of times if you don't get him jammed up at the line, he will just destroy you 30 yards down the field. That's what happened there. And there we go. Mike Vick having himself a game. And Warren Anderson's going to make the extra point. And celebrates, as you do. As you should. As you give the team the lead. 14-13. 3 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the third. Or 4 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Now, this drive, the key is don't let them run all over you. I don't know how to not do that. Also, don't give up a stupid, like, 80-yard pass. Scott, or whatever his name is, Holmes is... Oh, that went out of the back of the end zone, technically. Okay. If anybody has any strategies for stopping the run in Madden 2002 when you have one of the best defensive lines that just can't seem to get past a pretty mediocre team... Thomas Jones was tearing us up. Thomas Jones was just the guy that Todd Haley would give the ball to because Jamal Charles, like, he, for whatever reason, just didn't want to give the ball to Jamal Charles because he hated winning, I guess.
This guy could make some incredible catches.
That was like the thing. We went from 2-14 under Romeo Crennel in 2012 to like 11-5 in 2013, and one of the biggest differences was the ball was in Jamal Charles' hands rather than Peyton Hillis' hands. Or Thomas Jones, or whoever the secondary running back. Now it's Niall Davis, who is actually good at his job. If you want me to complain about the Chiefs some more, I can very much do it, because this team is... There are things that everybody can see that's bad with this team. That we have some of the best players in the NFL playing for us, but we just don't give them. We're either alienating them or not. You know, trading them to any. Well, Brandon Flowers is weird. I miss Brandon Flowers. I don't know why we got rid of him because he didn't really fit into the system, and I understand that. But he was a good cornerback, and it sucks that we have to face him twice a year again. Because that defense is just deadly. Like their secondary of him, of Flowers, and Stuckey, and then like their linebacking core is pretty good at pass protection too. Like the Chargers are a dangerous team next year. I don't think they'll win the division, but they could make the playoffs again. They didn't last year, but I mean like they did in 13. Oh shit. Yeah, well, who can I blame for that but myself? That was me dropping back too far. Fredrickson.
He was into the backfield before the blockers even knew what was going on.
I think Pat Tillman's on this team, which is sad, certainly. Okay, Dixon, where the hell was I going with that ball? Way all over the place. Okay, I do want to get a first down. It's not like I'm trying to sabotage my own team's chances here. Okay, will anybody be single covered? Maybe Toomer if they bite on Jurvicious, but who's going to bite on Jurvicious? Jurvicious could eventually get open, maybe, but, you know, who knows? And no, he didn't. Wow, that was a terrible decision by me. That wasn't even... I thought he was going to break inside, he broke outside, or, you know, the guy got in front of him, between him and the quarterback, and there was a linebacker there anyway. Come on. Just going to lecture myself in front of you good people. It's going to be like a 40-minute video, I'm sorry about that. Went to a baseball game last night. To be fair, this game is going fast, which is something I should have said before I tried to transition into the fact that I went to a baseball game last night that lasted 2 hours and 20 minutes. Which is fine by me. Because, well, for two reasons. One, it was hardly a contest the whole game. Because the game was Royals-Reds. It was Yordano Ventura versus Johnny Cueto, who are two of the best young pitchers in the game right now. Or Cueto's, I mean, Ventura's the young one, but I mean, the two of the best pitchers in the game right now is my main point. Interleague play. It's my first interleague game in years, I think. Hey, there we go. We finally got to Jake Plummer. Barely. I hit him on the foot and he fell over. That is how you do it. The nose tackle. I am typically better if I choose the nose tackle. I'll never know why. I know I'm going with the QB spy here, but it's also a good play that does, like, that goes man-to-man and also doesn't blitz. I mean, that being the nature of the QB spy. Jake Plummer's not going to run the ball, but... Oh, no! I did this, the A button on this controller is very large. For whatever reason, sometimes when you switch to that and you try to, I will press it with like the joint part of my thumb, the bottom, like there's the top part of your thumb and then there's the rest of it, like the bit between that, the little bendy bit. We'll press on that, and so the top part of it will press the Y button. Hey, there we go, that's a good defensive play. You also get a very brief glimpse of how sparse the sidelines are in this game, because they can't really compute the rest of what's going on. Defense killing it so far here in the second half. We just got to get the offense on track. It would be good to start with the special teams getting on track. Ref set a pick there. That was good.
No matter how good a punt is, it doesn't mean anything if your team can't stop the return.
Okay, we're going to go with the draw here on first down. And just try to get through the hole. That's just goal. We just got to set goals. You know, one goal at a time. Every play, every drive. There was no hole. I tried to get to the outside. It didn't work. I might be a little bit of an apologist for Ron Dayne here. If you feel that way, I'm sorry, but... Oh, God. Okay, show your vision. Don't fuck this up, Joe. Joe fucked it up. Joe fucked it up. Oh, baby, did Joe fuck it up. He was covered by a linebacker and a safety line. Got to his hands, but he dropped it. Well, I saw that play develop before it even started, and I watched that play fall to the ground in shambles. Tiki Barber's going to lead his man past the the first down line, get to the ground. Mike Vick, don't fumble the ball. 76 yards on the rush there. Pretty damn good. I'm happy about that.
Vick gets set.
Okay, so is this a direct snap or is this a delay? It's a delay. And the delay might get us 2 yards. 1 yard. Hey, I'm just not good at calculating how many yards I didn't get today. Go with the counter. I guess I'm trying to eat clock now. Why would I be trying to... I mean, I do... no, I don't want to go conservative here. We got a guy who's inching to blitz, who's going to hit my guy. Which is why I'm going to fake a punt. I'm going to fake it like I'm going to punt for a second. That'll throw him off. That was a delay game. There we go. It's good. That was exactly what I fucking wanted because I'm terrible at this game. Oh, God. So, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That was me just not thinking for a second. And also trying to eat clock at the same time. So, here we are. 3rd and 11. And Madden's telling me to go off tackle. I don't know why that would be a good idea at all, Mr. John Madden. Where's the wheel route play? I'm going to see if I can get this to work. The play that sometimes works. Okay, Tiki's back in. That might actually be good. He's got better hands than on Dayne. Granted, I've seen, you know, just last week, Tiki Barber dropped a ball right off of... Is that a... God, what? Oh, God, yeah, it's just so fast all of a sudden. Like, okay, how do I do that? This is textbook how you don't do... Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna not think. Just go, go. Just don't let him get to you. Don't let me get too deep. Spin move. No spin move. Okay, well that was embarrassing, and I'm sorry. I am genuinely going to apologize for, first of all, for the fact that you're getting a 40-minute video here, because I just forgot to turn my card off at halftime, or to make a new file at halftime. I could start one now if you want. We call this the collapse of. So they got 86 yards to go to tear my heart out. And they can do it in 4 minutes, in 32 seconds.
Number 87 in motion.
You might be thinking, well, why don't you try going into this with some confidence and it might work? Well, I've gone into this with some confidence before, and you know what happened? It didn't work. So I'm going to try underestimating myself. I'm going to try giving myself that stereotype bias. Sorry, what's that? I took 1 semester of rudimentary psychology, so I'm going to try to wedge terms in to point out that I'm smart. That's what you got to do after you take 1 semester of psychology. Not really rudimentary, but it was, you know, psych. I think it wasn't Psych 101. It was Psych 104. So, not to brag or anything. I don't know. What's that called? Self-fulfilling prophecy or whatever? There we go. That's a term. I'll bring it up. I won't explain it because I don't really know what it is. Okay. Hey, well, we make him go 3 and out. Sometimes you make him go 3 and out. And sometimes you get lucky. And sometimes the kick coverage is surprisingly decent. Hey, okay, wow. So here we are. Scott Player in the punt, by the way. With the ball. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. We got Dayne running the ball. This is like the first game in forever we've been behind a team in terms of time of possession, but they've been so methodical in getting the ball down the field that it's like...
That guy got knocked around by that defense. He needs a little protection from his lineman.
Ball on the 37-yard.
I don't know if you heard John Madden there, but that was a very smart point by Mr. Madden.
Calling an audible
If I go audible here, if I go straight up the center. They know I'm running. I know I'm running. I'm going to wait 20 seconds and talk about the NBA playoffs, but I'm going to keep my eyes on the goddamn play clock. I might just move my... I can't. My microphone is basically... That is the only place I can set it. So. I got 8 seconds. Steph Curry's daughter is just adorable. Oh, ugh, come on, Ron. Alright. Well, we're faced with a new dilemma. We went from one of our running backs is bad to maybe the other guy is good to no, both of them are bad. What if I just put Tiki in? How much time do I have left on the play? I got 22 seconds. Alright. This is the reclamation project of Mr. Tiki Barber. Let's just see if it works. It might not. As I was saying, Steph Curry's daughter is adorable. I'm not surprised that the Warriors won Game 1. Won't be too surprised if they win Game 2. Will be absolutely surprised if the Hawks win tonight over the Cavs. Because that just seems like they're too good to be true. And I don't dislike LeBron James. I appreciate LeBron James, obviously, because he's goddamn LeBron James. But has he been on the cover of a basketball game? Well, yeah, yes. He was on like 2K13, I think. But anyway, 14. But my point is, I'm fine with seeing LeBron in the NBA Finals. I'd rather see the Hawks, but the Hawks are not a team that makes the NBA Finals. That kind of core, you know, a team with 4 All-Stars. Oh no. Okay. Or a team with as many All-Stars as they had, they had like 3 or 4, right? But no one great play without a LeBron James, without having their own. Because, I mean, Al Horford is great. Jeff Teague is great. Paul Millsap is great. Kyle Korver is great. All those guys are great. I think Jeff Green's there. He's good. Hawks are a good team. They're just not a championship team. Unfortunately, because that's the way that the game is, where you have to have the game from LeBron, you have to have the game from Kevin Durant, or whoever it was last year. Granted, the Spurs are basically an older version of the Hawks, and they've been able to win that, but still, Tim Duncan was having great. You have to have the individual great game. I have yet to see if that's possible for this team. And they had so much trouble against the Wizards. Granted, the Wizards were a lot better than that. 4th and 1, damn. Damn. So we put ourselves in a good position if we can get the first down. We basically win the game if we can get the first down. You know what? I'm not playing this game from my bedroom. I'm not playing this game from my dorm room anymore. I'm playing this from... Well, I'm not yet. I'm back from the dorm. Anyway, I'm playing this from a riverboat as I'm trying to stay before I get another delay of game. And it didn't work. Well, what if 3 points? 3 points wouldn't have helped me. 3 points would have done exactly nothing. Because if they're going to come back and score, they're going to score a touchdown. Because what is going to happen is they're going to throw a pass that somebody, probably Jason Sehorn, is going to bite on, and it will be caught. The receiver will have a clear, 70-yard run to the end zone, and he will not get stopped, and that'll be the end of the game. And I will set the controller down on the ground and repeat the same word 5 times, because that's what I do. You can go back to the NFL Game Day Challenge. And you'll see me doing that. That was April of 2013 where that happened. Or that exactly didn't happen, but something similar to that happened. Brett Favre threw the worst interception of all time with Brett Favre, and I just kind of moved up to the microphone and was just like, Brett Favre. That was a good... the amount of despair, though, that was that period of time. Maybe I should just go with the prevent. because they don't have enough time to go over the middle. Because I mean, yeah, I'm giving them the easy one, but they don't have enough time to go for the easy one. They don't have the timeouts to give for the easy ones. They don't have the downs to give to spike the ball for the easy ones. And if they're going to drop passes, I mean, that's just even better. So I'm going to strategically go with prevent. I know people hate it when people go with prevent because it almost never works, but this is a situation where it might work. This isn't John Elway, you know, from 98 yards out with more than John Elway had more than 1 minute and 10 seconds. And it's 4th and 3, and I don't. They have any? They have one timeout. So this is the key right here. This would be, hey, Seahorn, put in work. There we go. All right. Wow. This game was a tale of me getting really down and like surprisingly chippy in the first half, and I'm sorry for some of the things that I said. As long as we don't fumble the snap or anything like that, they'll call timeout. And I had a bunch of delay games, but who cares? At the end of the day, I forgot to put this into 2 clips. I've tried to record this video 4 times. Twice today, or 5 times. 3 times on Monday. Twice today. The last time, I forgot to plug my mic in the first time today. We only got a quarter into that. We had 2 games, one where, the first one, like, I had to stop and go, like, eat dinner or something midway through, and I was just like, well, oh, shit, I should...
Keep it on the ground here.
Why do you have me...
Turnover at this point.
Okay, if I can get down and not fumble the ball and not have him score here, because I just was too... Maybe I should just go down on the ground. But no, I went Tiki Barber, because for what it's worth, Tiki Barber did gain some yards today. That's it. We have done it. 4 of 13 for 130 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. More importantly, he had like 80 yards on the ground, and that's what he will be remembered for in this game. 14-13, a victory for the Los Angeles Life, and we are back in the playoff hunt. And a victory for me as I finally did this video, the Week 10 video. We're done. Thank you for watching. See you again next time, possibly later this week, where we go to the Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to take on Dante Culpepper, and Randy Moss, and all those other fun guys. Michael, what was his name? Michael Smith? Robert Smith, there we go. He may not have been there. And so here we are, Week 11. We're 6-4, taking on the Vikings, who are 6-3. Thank you again for watching. I'll show the whatever the standings. I think that'll be stats and info. Don't look at my team rankings because we are terrible on that front. But to be fair, it is 5-minute quarters. With the AFC standings, Colts on top. Nobody really that much better than anybody else here, though. This will be an interesting last couple weeks as we head into the final stretch of the season. The NFC, we are effectively in the playoffs as the 6th best team. That might leave us out unless... I don't know where these division lines... Yeah, West, Central, East. Okay, yeah, we would be in the playoffs if the season ended today. Unfortunately, it does not. I believe we're 3rd in the NFC East. 6-4 after having beaten the Cardinals and the Cowboys, giving one of the Cowboys one of their only 2 victories. I know we still have our points, 4 points against. This is still lopsided, but that's just because the Eagles destroyed us that one game. And that is good. I don't think there's any league news. 764 yards. Rushing, actually. I want to see how Vick's rushing has been. Oh, that was Vick's first rushing touchdown of the year. We have 3 rushing touchdowns. That's bad. Vick has 8 passing touchdowns. That's good. Hilliard caught 1 this year. Jervis only had 1. Huh. Dayne, Ron Dixon actually had a couple. And then Ron Dayne obviously had the first one the first game. That's all fun. There's no real league news, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what that means or how that thing works. Well, I'll see you again sometime, probably later this week, as previously stated. What is our Pro Bowl? Do we have anybody in the Pro Bowl? I really don't think we do. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Oh, thus is the issue with playing 5-minute quarters. Again, as I've said about 3 times, thank you for watching.